Guys, today we're going to create a character. I got the book, Advanced Fighting Fantasy Role-Playing Game. We're going to create a character. I'm going to talk about a couple of the aspects that I love about this system. It's so great. I got my book from Drive-Thru. This is cool. Let's do this. So guys, before we get started making a character, I want to dispense with this information first. So I ran my group through our first Advanced Fighting Fantasy last weekend, and everyone loved it. I loved it. It's such a great system. I know it's older, and I know I'm not telling some of you guys anything new, but there's some really unique things that they do here that other systems haven't seemed to figure out. Number one being initiative. The nature in which their combat system works. The defender there's really no defender. You're both attacking each other. You're comparing roles. Whoever wins the role wins the attack in physical combat. Because of that, you don't really need initiative. I thought I was doing something wrong, and then I went and got on their forums, Aryan Games forums, and asked them, and they told me I was doing it right, and it's like, wow, it seemed natural. So you get into a combat situation. I know what I'm going to do as the monsters, and then I ask everybody what they're doing. And once we have it all on the table, we just work it out. There is a little bit of timing with the order of events where magic attacks resolve first. I'm sorry, missile, then magic, then hand-to-hand combat, because it's faster. That makes sense too. But yeah, besides that, you figure out what everybody's doing. Everybody makes a move, if you're within range, and then everyone just rolls. I roll for my monsters, they roll for their people, and then we just work it out. It's a really unique system, and I think it's great. I also love this. We're gonna create a character, but let me tell you about advancing characters. They don't have levels in this game. You don't need levels in this game. What you do is you get experience points at the end of whatever the warden, dungeon master, whatever decides to give you experience points. Like they say here, generally you get about 50 XP per adventure. That's just a random rule of thumb. And then the characters can just spend that XP right away. So after every adventure, if you want to make a minor tweak to your guy, you can do it. If you have, if the score isn't too high, if you have the points. So I want to increase my skill from 7 to 8. It's 20 times the new score. So 8 times 20, I need 160 experience points, and I could increase the skill. If I just want to learn like a new cantrip, 10 experience points. I could do something every single adventure if my DM gave me 50, and that's how you advance. You're just advancing in skills and in magic points and talents. Where's talents? Talents are like the biggest thing. Yeah, talents are like really nice. Well, they're like talents in D&D, right? And those cost 200 experience points. And so as you get better, the cost is 5 times, 10 times the new score. So it's not, it's not a set value. It gets harder. Yeah, great system. Let's get started making a character. Oh, and I just want to say thank you to Drive-Thru. Man, I've got 4 things right now on Kickstarter, or things that I had ordered, or I did have 4 things. But all the printers are so stinking slow. I've got Crown and... yeah, Legendary Kingdoms, Crown, and Tower. I supported their Kickstarter months ago and still haven't got the book. It's getting, it may be over a year. It's ridiculous. I ordered ICRPG, the Master Edition from Modifus or whatever. I just got an email that it just finally made it to America. So that's taken forever. And then what's the other one? Oh, Mothership. Mothership has the brand new version 1 edition coming out. Again, just like everybody else, taking forever. I ordered this 2 or 3 weeks ago. They gave me a message that said that it was going to, possibly be longer than I wanted it to be, or it'd definitely be over 2 weeks. It was about 3 or 4 weeks, and I got my book. I mean, this is the fastest thing ever. So thank you to Drive-Thru for that. Great job, guys. I know people like to poo-poo print on demand, but they knocked it out of the park for me. Oh, and guys, here's a link to their forums, which I was able to find a form fillable character sheet. Thank goodness, because that will make it a lot easier. And I'll share the forums link as well as the form fillable link in the description, so you can grab them. And guys, finally, one of the coolest things about it is the character creation. It's so wide open of what you want to make a character. You can totally blow it. They don't hold your hand. They let you completely blow it. They give you a bunch of examples of archetypes in the book if you want, your basic wizard, your basic fighter, barbarian, that kind of thing. But it's open to do whatever you want. You can make a jack of all trades. They have that as well. Who's an expert of nothing but knows how to do everything. You could try that. That might be fun too. So I hope you'd watch this video. Even if you're not planning on playing the game, you'll get a really good sense of what this game's all about just from the character creation. So let's get started. On page 24, we start with the every new hero begins with the following values in their characteristics: 4, 8, 8, 0. You have an initial, which doesn't change unless, you know, you increase it or it gets magically decreased or magically increased in an adventure. You have races, ages, male, female, social classes, which is kind of open to interpretation. I don't want to play with that. They let you do that so that, you know, if you're a lord, you get treated differently than if you're a peasant or a serf. I don't see value in that for my guys. Very nice. So use that if you want. Don't if you don't. Age doesn't really matter either. So in case you don't know how it works, everything is you're rolling 2d6s to try to get underneath your points, whatever it is, whatever you're trying to, you know, do. If I'm trying to do something other than magic, I'm rolling against skill. And so right now my skill is only 4 to just start off with. So I'd have to roll 4 or below on 2d12 or 2d6s. So that's what, 33% chance at this skill level. Stamina is like hit points. Luck is something you can use to redo. You can burn this during an adventure, and then it burns and it gets harder to actually succeed with luck. So if I first time I try something that uses luck in an adventure, my 8 goes down to 7. So you can see how the more I use luck in an adventure, if it's a long adventure, if I start using luck for everything to try to give me secondary rolls, I'm going to pretty quickly be down to 1 luck, and then it's almost impossible. Oh, and once your luck hits 0, you're dead. So you got no luck. So that's also some reason why you don't want to burn a bunch of luck. Step 2. All right. These starting characteristics are then increased with a pool of 8. So skill, stamina, yeah, I just explained all that. So let's do this. Oh, you have maximum. So I can only add 3 to luck. I can add 7 to magic. I can add 3 to skill, and I can add 4 points, which is 2 stamina each. All right. So let's think about this. I want to be a priest. I want to roll up a priest. Priest is I'm gonna need some skill. I want to get like at least 6. So I'm gonna increase this to 6, which uses 2 points. Let's keep a tally here. Let me maybe at least for now use 1 more point of stamina, which gives me 2 points. So now I'm at 3 points that I've used. I got 5 points left. I need magic. I need magic to roll my priest spells. So I have already used 3. I only have 5 points left. I'm gonna have to use it all right here, because it's just gonna be really hard if I don't, I think. Now these skills, these rolls also get helped by special skills you have. So I will have a priest skill down here that will add something to that 5. So this kind of sucks. It's not easy. You feel like you got a lot of points, but you don't. Let's just stick with this for now. All right, let's go to the next thing. So we have races. We have basically elves, humans, and dwarves, and then you get bonuses. So I get an extra luck for being a human. So that's cool. I want to be a human. Human. I'm gonna be a human cleric. Yeah. So my luck is 9. Nice, nice. Again, they try to, you know, if you want to play with like racism and all that stuff, you can, but I think there's enough of that in my real life. I don't want to deal with that in fantasy land. Nor do I want to inject economic issues as well. Again, I live in 2022. I'm trying to escape all that crap. All right, so the next thing are the special skills. These are things that add on to your skills. It means that you're proficient in doing something. So look, if I wanted to jump across a chasm, I've never jumped in my entire life, but I'm still a human being. I've got 2 legs, and I understand how to jump. That's when I would use a 6. But if I had a special skill of jump, let's say, you know, in high school, I did some track and field back in the medieval high school. Then I'd have that special skill, and they would add stuff to when I jump. Like, yeah, you can jump, but you don't know, you haven't been trained to jump. So that's what these special skills are. But we're going to start with the default ones for the race. So yeah, like how they say it, 1 point means that you've had some basic training. 2 means you're really trained. 3, you're an expert, and 4, you're a master. So humans have world lore, city lore. City lore may be replaced with forest lore or desert lore. I'm going to do forest lore. Why would I want city? I feel like I'll be out on the road. So I'm a cleric who's kind of like likes to be out in the woods, like a hunter or whatever. Ranger. Thank you. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. What are these? All right, I also get common 4, which, so I'm an expert speaking common. That makes sense. Religion lore, force lore, world lore. It says I get 1 other movement or stealth special skill. So let's look at these. So they're kind of broken down for us right here. Movement or stealth special skill. I'm going to pick awareness. Just I feel like it's a really good skill to have. So, okay, and then all new heroes also assign 2 points to each of 3 special skills and 1 point to 6 special skills. So you feel like, man, that's like 9 more skills. That's a lot of skills. Just wait. No individual skill may be chosen twice, although racial skills may be improved further. So an elf may start with 3 points in minor magic, but a human or a dwarf may only start with a maximum of 2 because the elf's minor magic was probably part of there. Yeah, right there. Magic minor magic. All right, so it's time to assign some skills. Let me see. I don't have to, but I like the idea of my cleric using a mace. I could use a sword, but I'm gonna put clubs. Yeah, clubs, maces, hammers. There we go. And I'm gonna make that one of my 2s. I want to be able to use my club pretty good. Also, if I want to wear armor, I've got to pick armor as a skill, so I'm gonna make that a 2 as well. And 3. So what do I want? Oh, I need my priestly. One of the special skills is priestly magic, so I need that. So, all right, now I need to pick my 1s. I like the idea of magic minor, which is for like cantrips. That's a 1. I'm going to add 1 to one of my racial ones, which is awareness. I want my awareness at 2. So there's 2 things. There's also knowledge skills, and there's a healing. This is not healing magic. This is just knowing how to use first aid. So I like that, being Mr. Healer guy. I'm going to throw in lock picking, or locks, just knowledge of locks. So I know how locks work. Why not? This gives me a little bit of, you can see how I can mix and match some of my skills here. So there's a little bit of a rogue style. I need to have some physical skills, so I'm going to do climbing and jumping. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I added the 6th one here. So there's our special skills. You can see how they go fast, right? It feels like you're getting a lot of them, but I'm really not. So lots of skills, very fun stuff. You could really make a really strange character if you wanted to. All right, we're getting on to talents. Talents are special abilities that mark the hero out as something above normal folk. So skills are things you can train. Talents are things you're basically born with, even though you can buy some somehow, experience points, but we're just going to leave that alone. Elves and dwarves get dark seeing, which is BS. And humans can't choose that talent because it's kind of ingrained, but whatever. They always get the cool stuff. Might do away with that someday. So every hero then chooses 1 talent from the following list. A few of these talents have prerequisites that you must satisfy. I'm going to look really quick and see if there's something that automatically makes me better at healing. Well, I think there's holy. There's fast healer, which is pretty cool. So when you're healing in an adventure, if you got fast healer, you heal double fast for the food. Here's blessed. So once per day, I can use a granted power for free. Nice. There's also holy. I think I might take. So it's here, able to channel the power of his god once per day to double the effect of one of his holy powers. All right, this says finishing off, but I still have to do something else as a priest. I got to pick my god because I got to pick my spells and my god because my god gives you a special power. Really, your god is like means something in this game because you get extra powers based upon who that god is, which I think is really fun. Here's a social scale, which I'm not into right now. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it, y'all. Oh, then there's magic points. If you're a magic hero, you need to pick out your magic points or calculate your magic points. Use magic for cantrips, and if you're a wizard, and you get 2 magic points per magic skill point plus any for magic wizardry, and I guess not for magic minor. I don't see that, so I have got 10 magic points, and that will only be really. So I take 5 times 2, so 10 magic points, and that is for my cantrips. I got to roll 2 dice, 2d6. I'm just gonna do it here. 6. That's average. So 2d6 of gold pieces in cash. Gold pieces in cash. I got 6 of those. I got to pick a weapon that I have a special skill in, a leather cuirass, so I get a leather cuirass. These are all starting equipments to make it easy. My backpack. Now notice I put the backpack down here because the backpack is holding the 10 items. I'm only allowed to carry 10 items on me at a time. I can own them. They can be sitting somewhere in a house, but I can't be carrying them in my backpack. My backpack can hold 10 items, and that is all. Now there's other rules for like really tiny items or really large items. I'm not going to get into that today. Oh wait, these aren't items though in my backpack, right? Okay, it's a little off, but that's okay. Basically, when I do hit with my weapon, I roll a d6 to see how I do, and based upon this, I either get 2 damage or 3. I either do 2 or 3 damage to someone's stamina or a monster's stamina. I can roll luck to try to make up that a little bit. If I win with my luck, I believe that's what makes me use the 7 table. There's a reason why I use the 7 table for both armor and weapon, but yeah, these aren't items. I do have a lantern. 2 provisions. I can eat these and get some more stamina back. You can only get, I believe, 2. You get 2 stamina back per meal, I believe. I'm not going to really go into all that right now, but you can only eat 2 of those a day. You can eat as many as you want a day, but you only get stamina for 2 a day. And being a fighter, I'm going to take the potion of stamina. A fighter being someone that uses, you know, a lot of hand-to-hand combat, not a fighter, because I'm a priest. Oh, and I have to carry my holy symbol around. That's just something you're straddled with. If you want to be a priest, you don't want to lose your holy symbol. You'll fall out of favor. Okay, I can now use my gold pieces to buy more equipment. I'm not going to do that right now. Here's a good chapter on sample archetypes. Like I said, they provide adventurer, warrior, archer, you know, very cool. Let's get on to prayer. So just a note for priests, they still require magic characteristic, but unlike true magic, you don't have to test to get under this ability. The total of the priest's magic characteristic and his priestly skills, or her priestly skills, are referred to as their devotion. So I'm going to note my devotion down here at the bottom. It's 5 plus 2, right? So it's 7. Now how this works, you can cast one of your things per day. You can cast something twice a day if you burn luck. And depending on the spell, that's when the devotion score comes into play. Like if I'm trying to heal, I would heal the amount of stamina of my devotion. So that's 7. That's huge. And that's where devotion comes in. All right. So lastly, I just need to pick a god or whatever that I like go after, worship. And this is kind of cool, and it's also kind of bummer because I'm thinking, you know, at some point I want to be a super high level priest. I want to have more than just these few powers. I want more than that, and so I might have to make some changes there. That's like the first thing I've seen when I really don't love it. So yeah, man, I'm gonna pick the God of Grace, core god. This is pretty cool. Once per day, I can imbue me and someone else with physical grace, lasting the number of minutes equal to my devotion. So for 7 minutes, I can get a +1 on most of my physical actions, +4 on any physical actions involving grace, balance, or poise. And so that just kind of, it's basically you get bless for 2. You get 2 blesses a day, and that's just your specific power for the god. And then I get the general powers of bravery, weakness, and heal. So it's almost like a paladin type of stuff. I get healing, which is awesome. I can do once a day, maybe twice if I burn luck. As long as I'm in not in the outs with my god, then I can do all this stuff automatically. And then there's weakness and bravery. Let's check these out. They're up here. Weakness, so I have something where I can drain someone's skill. And then I've got bravery. I've already got like a bless thing, just basically my my god specific power. And then there's bravery, this power when used, so within 7 meters, 21 feet around me, any of my people will be immune to all fear. I wish this sheet had a little bit of a description box. Oh, I'm going to pick my cantrips as well. I get some cantrips. So you start off, if you have any magic at all, you start off knowing 3 cantrips that you can choose from. And you still have to roll for them, so I would have to roll against my 5, but because it's a cantrip and it's easy, basically it's something super simple, I get a +6. So I have to roll 11 or below on a 2d6. I'd have to really screw up bad. And there's a lot of fun little neat things. Probably aren't going to help you too much. Instill's kind of cool, though. You might want to look at that, where you can instill like magical stuff into food and drink. So I'm not going to bore you with what I choose on these. I'm not even sure what I'm going to choose on these right now. But that is it, guys. I just made my character. You can see how it's really open to a lot of different avenues. You can go a lot of different ways. You can be a jack of all trades. You can just hyper focus on being a super stud with all the stamina in the world, or a wizard or a sorcerer. But again, there's no class, and there's no rules saying that I have to stick with this. Let's say I've played a couple adventures. I've got some XP that I've saved up in the kitty. Let's say I got a couple hundred experience points. I might want to take this guy in a whole different direction at that point. I might want to, start learning archery and really become an archer. Or, let's say I fall out of favor with my god, and let's say I'm angry. Now I want to, maybe I've got some magic. Maybe I want to get some more magic and learn some evil magic spells. Who knows? It's really open for you to do whatever you want with, and it's great. Every adventure you could increase your guy a little bit, or you could just continue to stack up that experience and then just use it all at once, which is another fun thing. I mean, if you got a party of friends and half of them are spending their experience points, the other half are saving them up, there's a little imbalance there maybe, but we'll see. Then somebody gets a new talent that could be awesome. So I don't know, very cool, guys. Love this system. Been having a lot of fun with it. Not sure what's next on the docket for me in this. I've got, like I said, I've got a bunch of things coming. ICRPG Master Edition. I've got the new Mothership coming. I've got Crown and Tower coming. But yeah, if you've got something you'd like for me to look at, put a comment down below so I can take a peek at it. I'm going to continue to play this some more. I really love how open it is for the players, and it's super easy to run if you're a DM or a director, as they call them. And so that's it. Appreciate you hanging out with me. Peace.